What's up, you Detroit D-Gens? The Monday after the big game here, and man, the hangovers are real. That is for sure. Went out to the Brass Rail yesterday with the other part of the Woodward crew and had a lot of fun. But Easy, unfortunately, didn't get to make me. As you see, he's joining me here today. But let's bring him on in here. Easy, what's going on, buddy?
What up, Scott? Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, it was fun. Man, you missed out on a pretty man, that was a interesting brass rail party there. The Woodward Sports Super Bowl party ran into a brunch party, which is held apparently these last 3 weeks at the Brass Rail. They got pizza specials, wing specials, and both were very good, by the way. I did try both. And next thing you know, you're looking around, it's 5-1 women, easy. I mean, they were everywhere. That was man, that would have been like fishing in a barrel for a good looking guy like yourself there. But they were all over the place. It was a lot of fun. There was some dancing going on. They had this DJ Easy, I'm telling you. Now, I'm an old guy. I didn't hardly know any of these new rap songs. I knew a couple that he mixed in. But man, I was bobbing my head all night. It was pretty fun. He did a pretty good job. Whoever they got in there, man, he rocked it out. That's for damn sure. But a lot of fun yesterday up there. A little snowy though. A little snowy. Did you didn't get caught out in that snow or anything, did you?
No, thank God, because I live on the east side and it wasn't as bad. So I was gonna go out to the Brass Rail, but everyone that texted me, be careful with the snow. And I was like, yeah, I'd rather just stay home because I got my little one. And I wasn't really trying to be on the road with him if I didn't have to be.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I'll tell you what. When I was driving, my buddy actually called me. He lives about 45 minutes away. He was going to come here local by my house here in Westland, and he asked me. He said, "Hey, how is it snowing out there?" And I told him, "No, man, doesn't. It's not snowing at all." When I started heading to the Brass Rail, I got like 2 miles down the road, and easy. It looked like I was driving into a cloud of snow. Like it was bizarre looking. It was like sunny on that one side, and then I drove into this huge
Yeah,
like dusty cloud of snow. It was nuts, man. It was kind of crazy. And then I get on I-96 heading downtown and it splits. Like you can go the Southfield Way or the Expressway. Well, the Expressway had an accident on it. And literally all the cars
yeah.
were turning around for like 6 miles trying to get back to get around. And it was a disaster. But yeah, we ended up kind of making it. I had a truck, so I kind of went over the grass and got to where I needed to be. But still, it was a good Super Bowl. What'd you think of the game? Hey, we got what? Our ex girlfriend just won the damn championship, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm happy for him, man. I just saw a kick-ass picture of him. He's chilling. He's got the trophy in one hand. He's got a cigar, his phone, and a beer in the other one. And like, you got to be happy for him because like we literally watched him grow up here in Detroit. And like I have no problem being happy for Matthew Stafford. It's just like it's slappy fans. The only things that drive me crazy a little bit sometimes. But for the man himself, I mean, well deserved. It's ultimately a good game, but that holding call they gave them a fresh set of downs down there in the end zone. I was not a fan of that one, just because it was so like it was so light. And at that moment in the game, I feel like you kind of just let that one go. You know?
It was actually a false start. If you watch the play, it was a false start, actually. They should have called the Rams for a false
Well,
start before
initially
that play
though,
even happened.
I would say before that there was like that third down call. I think it was third down at least, where like there was a holding on someone, and then they just had like three holdings and false starts like in a row. It was I don't know, man. I was not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, there was some questionable calls all the way around. I just think really it boiled down to the coaching, to be honest with you. The Bengals going for
Yeah,
it there on fourth down at the middle of the field that led to a Rams touchdown. That was obviously big in that game. And then there was a couple play calls I didn't understand. They gave the ball to P. Ryan there with basically their season on the line. And I was like, dude, why are
yeah.
you
Two
giving the ball
timeouts
to
they
P.
had left
Ryan here?
too.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that. It's like these coaches panic or something. They don't think like, I mean, I'd have my best guy on the field, and that would have been Mixon for me. But hey, I'm not complaining. The Super Bowl worked out really well for the bet show here. I mean, we told everybody to bet on the Rams at the beginning of the season to win the Super Bowl because we were, I had predicted. We already know how this movie ends here, right? Especially as Lions fans. And then we did pretty well with our bets. Our number one bet that Beer and I gave out was the under. That came through for us. We did say we liked the Rams. We were obviously a mixed extra point away from pushing that, which was a kick in the balls. But we had some of the props right. I went on the Woodward Sports Super Bowl pregame or big game show, I should say. Can't say Super Bowl, but was on the big game show with Woodward Sports, and I went on and said easy that I predicted that there was going to be a non-quarterback player to throw a touchdown pass or an offensive lineman to score a touchdown because we always see some kind of silly play in the Super Bowl. So That one came through for us. I also predicted Cooper Kupp would potentially win the MVP. I also predicted that he'd have 2 touchdowns. I had the Stafford over rushing yards, and it was a good thing. There was only like 30 some seconds left easy because when he kneeled on it, he had 7 yards. He kneeled on it, he had 6, and it was only second down. So the clock ran out. If we would have had one more play easy, he would have kneeled on it and he would have had 5 yards. We would have lost.
Did you
So
parlay that one?
I had it in a couple of single game parlays, but you know how it works. I get silly, and then I wanted the big money, and I got 5 or 6 things in there, and then a couple of my props that did not hit was the Rams minus 13.5. I had that in a couple of the parlays. I thought the Rams were really
Yeah.
going to smash them, and then Cup did not get over 105 yards either, so that kind of got me, but I did have the Burrow under 36.5 pass attempts. I like that. I had Higgins over 70 yards. I had Higgins to score a touchdown. That was also uh, paid out. And then I did mention on that pregame show, I thought the Rams were going to score 3 touchdowns, 2 to Cup and 1 to Beckham, and that's pretty much exactly what happened. But
Hey,
man,
that's what's up, man.
overall, it was a pretty good day for me. I'm not complaining. I got some money in my pocket here. It needs to go in this money gun I got over here. They're easy, but I had a good time at the brass rail with the Woodward crew. But as I said, I woke up this morning, had a little headache there. That was like a couple days in a row I went at it. I'm too old for that shit, buddy.
You missed the undie run with us on Saturday.
Yeah, I heard that was a good time. I was giving our boy Stick a little hard time. I was like, "What is this here?" He had like a full, huge jumpsuit on, and he posted a picture of him and another couple, and they were, totally in their underwear. I was like, I mean, it's an undie run, man. It isn't your pajama run. Like,
Well, how about
what
that?
is
He
it?
had that big Care Bear suit on, and the guy makes me take my shirt off on stage. You know, you got
Right,
to pay for
right.
this, man. This is, but I did it
Yeah,
anyway.
that's it. I mean, if you want to expose the heavyweights, you're going to have to pay some bucks. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
We got to
exactly.
sign you guys a couple. We got to get you guys an agent there to kind of, get things straight around here. Like this is how it works. If you want
Yeah,
the
dude.
heavyweights to start doing stuff like this, like I mean, gonna have to pay.
Exposing my goodies and stuff, man.
Right. I mean, we don't want the goodies to go. Yeah, and shit. Yesterday was so freaking cold, man. I don't know about exposing any goodies. I would have had to
Yeah, those people are
I'd been able
crazy
to
out
cut
there on
glass
Saturday.
with mine if I was outside. I mean, it was cold yesterday. It was not pleasant. And then when that snow came in, it just made it even worse. But hey, still a fun Super Bowl day though. Easy. We
Yeah,
really can't complain. What'd you think of the halftime show? What'd you think?
dude. Like, I don't. I keep saying it's the best, but people like I'm not getting the same like I guess reciprocation from other people when I make that comment. But I don't know. I loved it. I was a huge fan. I loved every single song. Like I think that's why I liked it. Though it's like I was able to like bob my head and sing the songs. Where like usually it's like Katy Perry, and I'm like I'm not really gonna be out there singing fireworks. And like the performance and stuff like that. I feel like everyone did really well. 50 Cent, man, that guy turned to $1.50 due to inflation or something, man. From the heavyweight account, we tweeted out a picture of my man Bizarro, Bizarre. I'm sorry, but yeah, he was. I don't know what he was thinking with that one because you had to have practiced that. There's no way you didn't see how it looked. You were just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I when I saw him, I was thinking, damn, how long is he hanging upside down like that? Like, man, that
Yeah,
didn't
that
look too
too.
comfortable. But hey, it was a great halftime. I mean, those guys, man, when they came out, I mean, that's when I was a young punk running around the street. So I had all those CDs and cassettes, and yes, I said cassette to tape. We used to have to put the pencil in it, and make sure the tape's all right. It's sticking the damn thing all the time. Yeah, I had that. Don't be laughing. But anyway, those CDs, and then the CDs came along easy. And everybody steal your damn CDs out of your car. Never fail. You left a window crack, whatever. Everybody went for your dang CDs. And then people thought they'd get smart and put them up here, like by their window. And then the sun fucking baked. Oh, I swearing over here. The sun would bake them out, and they'd get all bad, they just rot and stuff. It was, man, either way, but yeah, I mean, we all
I
had
just say too, like
NWA. Yeah, we all had
for
NWA
all
and
the younger
Snoop Dogg.
kids seeing their parents like just turn to gangsters like over the halftime show. Like they probably just never knew that side of their mom or dad or grandma, and they just there's crip walking in the living room. They're probably like, "What the hell, mom?" Like,
Right. Oh, I'm damn sure that happened all throughout America because,
Oh yeah.
I heard several people. They didn't even really know who was playing in the game. My daughter didn't know who was playing in the game when I asked her. She was asking me who do I want to win, and I told her I want the Rams, and she said, "What color are the Rams jerseys?" And I told her, so she don't even know, don't have a stinking clue. And then, but she know who was in the halftime. I mean, she knew that, which was pretty funny, but. Man, Snoop is so smooth, man. That dude, I mean, you can just tell, like, that guy on a stage with a microphone, he was born to have that microphone in his hand.
Oh yeah.
He's just so smooth, man. That dude's awesome. He's fun. Have you ever been to a Snoop concert? Easy.
No, no, I have not.
Yeah, I've
You
been
want to
to
go?
I've been to two. A lot of fun, man. Next time they're in town, we're all going. That's for sure, because
I
that's
bet.
that's a good time, man. I was dancing around. You guys won't see that too often, but it happens from time to time. But easy. Let's talk a little bit about Olympics. I don't know if you saw, but the U.S. women are going to play the Canadian women in the gold medal game here on Wednesday. So kind of looking at that, you can actually bet on that as well. But kind of looking, I just want to catch what those odds are on that game. But yeah, I mean these are two best teams in the Olympics as far as women's hockey goes. And actually, right now the U.S. is at plus 172 to win the game. If you want to give them a half a goal in regulation, they are plus 106. Canada on the money line is minus 215. The over under is 5 here. But hey, the U.S. women beat them last time they played in the Olympic gold medal. It was one of the first times we've seen that in a while. But I think I like the U.S. here at plus 172. I mean, it's always fun to bet on your country here. Get plus 172 doesn't seem to be a bad adventure here. But I don't know. If you watch any of these Olympics, easy. Now, I'll be first one to say I've only seen highlights of these women, but I just think at plus 172, why not? We've bet on worse things here.
Yeah. No, I haven't been paying attention to it like meaningfully. Like anytime I caught the Olympics, it was definitely on accident. But the one I was is actually with Sawyer. They were doing like some type of ski jump, and they're just like they're going down this hill and they're flying to see how far they can go. That was pretty cool. And I actually see one guy crash. It was pretty ugly, but couple events were interesting. The pairing of the luge sleds, whatever you want to call that, luge, where the guys is like sitting on each other in tight spandex. It was that was one I
Yeah,
didn't care to see. But I'll tune in, man. I might take that bet just so I have an excuse to watch. So I'm trying to get into hockey.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
do it.
yeah, I mean, you call yourself a degenerate betting on women's sports. I mean, that's why I call everybody D-gens. Welcome to the show, you D-gens, because here I'm telling you guys to bet on women's Olympic hockey. But I mean, hey, it's going to be in the middle of the day. I think it's at like noon. Actually, 11:10 Eastern on Wednesday night is when it is. So pretty early in the morning, I guess, in China. I think that is. I want to say they're 16 hours or something like that. So that's got to be at like 8 in the morning or something like that. I would assume, or 9 in the morning. But yeah, why not? Gives us something to do. 11 o'clock's a little late for a hockey game for most of us. I understand. I might bet on it and then probably fall asleep by 11:30 unless it's a pretty good game. But I'll be honest, you'll be surprised when you watch these women. They're actually not bad. I mean, if you took the ponytails away easy, you wouldn't even probably really think that it was women. I mean, because they get after it, man. I mean, and especially these two teams, Canada and the U.S., the best two teams in the world. They know each other really well. I've actually gone back and forth with some Canadian friends over time. Anytime we see a men's or a women's game, we got to poke shit at each other. Of course, easy. I mean, that's
Oh
what
yeah,
friends do, right?
America.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, get on in there
back
and
to
check
back
it
World
out. I mean,
War.
it's a little something different here. I mean, this is the bet show. We got to talk about different things here to bet on. But other than that, easy. You said you just kind of hung around. Did you have any good food to eat for the Super Bowl? I know we mentioned we had some wings and pizza. I know we kind of talked a little bit about it in the
Yeah,
chat yesterday, and all kinds of good stuff. We had smoked chicken, beer, bud, or something, and we had all kinds of things being thrown around in the chat. But anything special get thrown on the table over at your place?
it's not really like anything special. I feel like everyone makes it. My boy Mike, he always makes his buffalo chicken dip, and it just slaps every single year. It's never a miss. So it's like a tradition thing at this point, and I'm always looking forward to it during Super Bowl weekend. And then other than that, man, no, good week. I almost cleaned up on some UFC bets, but not as much. But looking forward to making up on that today.
Yeah, you know what? UFC is what, every Saturday or every other Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, so they have one pay-per-view a month, and then they have like fight nights like every other Saturday throughout the year. There's some
Okay.
good ones too.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll have to get together for one.
yeah, I get a lot of my friends that play the DFS MMA, and I've tried to throw in some lineups off their advice, and did okay, but it's just I never been one to really watch the MMA fights. I mean, I don't watch them. I know who the names are. I know some of the guys. Maybe once in a
Yeah,
while I'll catch a big fight or two, but I wouldn't say that I could dive too deep into it. But hey, I know people like that stuff easy, so maybe when it gets close, we ought to, maybe get have you pick out some fights for us. Maybe we could put it up on the Bets Twitter page, or we'll get you on here and do a little rundown. But
yeah,
I
I'm
know
down.
that's popular. Hey, if the people want it, we'll give it to them. And if you got you're paying attention, definitely good
Yeah,
advice out there, because MMA is growing. It's getting to be a lot bigger sport here. I mean, it's taking over boxing, for God's sakes. But yeah,
yeah, it is.
we'll get you on one of these days. So you said you did pretty well with the last UFC fights.
Yeah, everyone except for Derek Lewis. Oh, actually, this is probably a good recap for the moment or for the weekend is Tai Tuivasa. He's this Australian fighter. He knocked out Derek Lewis, who has the most knockouts in the UFC, and it was a bit of well, it was a surprise. He was an underdog, and he does this thing called the shoey, where he takes a random shoe from somebody in the crowd, and then he takes a random beer, pours it in, and he chugs it. Well, I had money on Derek Lewis because he's a monster. He has the most knockouts in the UFC. He lost, and I'm part of that bet. I had to do a shoey, and it wasn't that bad. I actually,
Yeah,
luckily, I
I
got some
saw
clean
that.
shoes.
I saw that on your guys' Twitter page. I saw Spencer giving you some crap about it. But hey,
Yeah,
those are kind of bets that are always fun. I always encourage stuff like that. Like last fall, I was saying that my old tired ass can get out there and kick a 40-yard field goal. I still believe I can do that still till today. Not with the snow out there and obviously everything, but when it warms up, we're gonna have to get out there. And hey, it's always fun to prove Beer Man wrong. I mean, it's always fun
that's a
to get them.
lot.
But
How do you think you could do that?
yeah, I think I can. I played soccer growing up. I mean, I still kind of kick a soccer ball around with my daughter. She plays travel soccer. I mean, I'm not saying I could put it down the very first try and do it, but you let me, get that leg warmed up. Now, the next day, easy. I'm gonna have the pea bag out, frozen peas, and all that stuff on the back of my hamstring and probably my calf. I already understand that part, but I mean, for the whole do of it, yeah, I think I could. I mean, I start out maybe the 30 and back up another 5, and yeah, I think I could do that. I used to
I
practice when I was
I cannot
a little
wait for
younger.
that.
I could do them through. Yeah, I
I'm
saw
excited.
Art.
I'm
Didn't
pumped.
Art
If you
try it
do it,
one
I'll do
time?
a shoey. Yeah, yeah, it was awful. It was terrible.
Yeah, I saw. I think I looked back at that. I saw he didn't look like he was too coordinated on the soccer field.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Moving on. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so we got some NBA, we got some NHL tonight, easy. So let's get in a little bit of NBA. We got a 7 o'clock start with the whole slate, and then that happens to be our Detroit Pistons. We got 9 games tonight, so let's just start here with the Piston game. Washington Wizards are going to be the opponent tonight. They're going to Washington. They 72% of the bets right now are coming in on the Wizards, -4. Over under started at 219. It's down to 218 and a half. The Wizards have struggled recently. 1-8-1 here against the spread in their last 10 games. The Pistons are only 3-7 here. Overall, Washington is 20-33-2, one of the worst in the NBA. The Pistons are 26-30 against the spread, but away the Pistons have not been very good. They're just 4-24. But we've seen some of the roster mix up a little bit here. Not sure if Cade's going to get back in there tonight. It's not really looking good. But the Pistons have 4 in a row they've dropped against the spread here recently. But obviously with losses to Charlotte, they lost by 22. They lost to 25 to Memphis. They ended up losing by 30 to Dallas, and then they lost to 13. So easy. They're not just losing. They're flat out getting their ass kicked here recently. I mean, -4 here
Yeah.
against the Washington team though, who's obviously been struggling. But the Pistons haven't been able to. It doesn't seem like that offense is fluid right now. It just don't seem like it's in sync with all these guys that are coming in and the rotation changing. But you think Pistons got a shot here tonight against Washington?
I did not until I looked at Washington's injury report, and obviously it looks like Bradley Beal is going to continue to be out. Kristaps Porzingis is out, and then don't forget we just made that trade for my guy Marvin Bagley from the Kings. So like, hey, take this with a grain of salt because I'm a slap happy fan. We only have 12 wins in the season, but I might I might take Detroit in this one just because to get some extra money on it. Wizards are missing all their stars. We're gonna have. I think Kate is back. I don't see him on the injury report as far as like him being out or anything like that. So I think I only bet small, by the way. I'll make that known first and foremost. But yeah, I might throw like $2, $3 at it. Why not?
You know what, Easy? It doesn't matter what you bet. I tell everybody that. Bet within your means, have fun. Have fun with it. It doesn't matter. I mean, very few people on this earth make a living if they're not touting or influencing, make a living at sports betting. I mean, I do it to have fun. I'm not out here trying to bet all my, everything I got here to, trying to live and trying to make money. I mean, that's just not the way to go about it. But hey, $2, hey, it keeps your attention, right? If it was $2 or $200, to be
Yeah,
truthful, you pretty much feel the same stinking way at the end of the day. But $2 is a little bit easier to swallow than a couple $100. I mean, I actually had a couple $100 in that over Stafford rushing prop yesterday, and I'm sitting there doing in my
oh
head,
man.
please don't back up 2 or 3 yards like on this Neil, like he's gonna get me here, like damn it, And then he ended up right
Yeah.
there on 6 over the 5.5, and woo woo, one more kneel down easy, I would have lost a couple hundred. Now I'd probably have been mad about it because, to watch it happen
Mahomes
right
did
in front
that.
of your face. What's that?
I think Mahomes did that in the Bills. Was the Bills game? No, it wasn't the Bills game. There was some game either last year or this year where there's a
It
rushing
was
prop
last
on
year's
him and he just
championship
hit it.
game.
Yes. He literally like went back 6 yards for a kneel down. Like it made no sense. He even stood there with the ball for like a little bit. It's like, yeah, that stuff gets a little risky, man. That's why I don't ever feel comfortable putting anything more above my, like you said, above my means. Like give me, $1 to $5. I'm good.
Absolute number one rule of sports betting is just play within your means. I mean, we see it. Everybody gets crazy with different things. It's just like anything in life. Just in moderation is the way to go. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. Had a lot of fun with it. Have I got in trouble sports betting? Absolutely, I have. I've been up and
Yeah.
down all the way around the block and everything else. That's why I'm probably sitting here in this show in this chair for the bet show. But you know what? I'm here to give my advice and help you guys along the way. Like I said, just use it as fun. I mean, there's so many different things now. Like when I was betting, when I first started out, it was you had to call a line and they'd run down some lines for you, and then you had to call back the bookie, and then he'd tell you to wait, and then you had to run down your stuff, and it was, I mean, it was old school. And then you meet them up at the parking lot or a bar, and exchange money or whatever else. And man, things have come a long way since those
Any
days.
any any
But
sketchy dealings in those days?
oh, I had a few easy. I had a few in my day. Actually, what ended up happening is a friend of mine became friends with the bookie, and then I was always eager and wanting to learn and see what was going on. So I told him I'd help him answer phones, and then I was helping them write down the bets and add up all their tickets because you'd have a piece of paper for everybody, write down their player number, what their bets were, and I'd help out
Hmm.
with that, and then passing out the football tickets, like the betting parlay cards, 4-to-1, 4-teamer, you get 9-to-1 odds. You get a 10-teamer, it'd be, you know, 30-to-1 or 250. I don't remember what the hell it was, but the little white parlay cards with the numbers at the bottom, you'd rip off the bottom and turn
Yeah.
it in, and they were all over the place in the plants. I knew the guy that used to print them, so yeah. I mean, I've been in some downtown Dearborn crap games where the door had to slide open. Hey, who are you? And these guys are rolling the dice for thousands of dollars, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, what the hell is going on around here? I was just a young pup, but a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun along the way. I wouldn't change it for the world. And obviously, as you know, Easy, I've been to Playboy Mansion a couple times, been out to L.A., Chicago, all for these DFS events for
Yeah.
baseball. I'm really looking forward to baseball. That's my favorite sport. But we still now it's going to slow down a little bit here for us. We got some March Madness coming up here. We're coming down to the end of college basketball, which is fun, and then hopefully baseball gets their shit together and they can come to an agreement so we can watch some baseball this year. That will be a lot of fun. But for now, we got some hockey and we got some NBA. Hockey isn't my thing. Beastie is the man for hockey. Unfortunately, normally he's with us on a
We love
Monday.
some
He
hockey.
had a prior engagement and wasn't able to make it here with us today. We miss him though today. We'll be sure we'll get him back here soon. But just continuing on with NBA, easy. I was kind of looking here. I mean, we got some new players. You mentioned Bagley, so Bagley's going to be, new here with the Pistons. They're going to
Yeah.
have to insert him. But the one that I thought was interesting for DFS wise tonight is our old boy Andre Drummond. I mean, the Nets have been struggling with the center.
Oh.
We keep seeing him throw out Blake Griffin. He's not showing up on really too many of these optimizers. So I'm just looking around thinking, man, I can get a Drummond pretty cheap at like a 6K on FanDuel, and it might open up. If he starts, he's not going to be somebody too many. I just don't think he's going to be very popular just because he's not really popping too many spots. And then you got, here they're going to be playing the Kings. They got Sabonis. I mean, Sabonis is not really a defensive wizard here. So I'm just kind of thinking maybe it's wide open for our boy Drummond here tonight to have a pretty good night. I mean, we know he's a rebound king. We know he can get some rebounds. If he can't shoot for shit from the foul line, we know that. But if he gets down low and doesn't have any resistance there, I think the guy can put up a pretty good night here. So he's a guy I think I'd be looking at. Quentin Grimes is another guy that I think is pretty cheap here tonight. I think you can look at some Milwaukee Bucks as far as DFS for value. Jordan Nwora, Bobby Portis, Serge Ibaka, all guys. Ibaka's only 4,300. Nora's 35. Portis is 65. But Patty Mills is another guy too for the Nets. I think he's going to get a lot of usage tonight. He's only 5K. DeJounte Murray's a guy at 10.8 you might want to look at for a spend up. I mean, the Spurs play at a really quick pace. I want to say they're the ninth quickest pace of all the NBA teams. But yeah, too bad you couldn't use Drummond at another spot easy. I think the Joker is also a good pay up at 11.3. But I think I'm going to go with Drummond tonight, try to be a little different, try to be a little sneaky. Maybe that's something that we can pull off. You just try to figure out, especially when all these trades are made easy, you don't know how everybody's going to settle in
Hmm.
yet. Maybe if you guess right one spot
Yeah.
and the guy gets more minutes and you get it, it's a good way to get some leverage on the field. So, what do you think of Drummond there? Am I crazy? I mean, them Nets have been struggling there at center. They had Claxton in there, Griffin the other day. I mean, Blake Griffin stinks. I mean, I think Drummond should be able to. I think that's why they brought him in. I think they're going to give him a chance right away to get in there and get his hands dirty.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're onto something there too because I'm looking at the injury report and obviously you have Kyrie Irving's not going to be playing, Ben Simmons isn't going to be playing, Kevin Durant's not going to be playing. So like I think they're going to be banking on Drummond to eat, and if anything, I mean, worst comes, he's going to give you some rebounds regardless. You know that just back from his days here in Detroit. I think DFS wise too, I might even flirt maybe around with another big man in Marvin Bagley because I think you could switch him off to the four, but he's also the only 7-footer on our team outside of Kelly Olynyk. I'm sure he's going to get some playing time if he plays tonight. And I think I like the San Antonio game too that you spoke on as well for DFS. A lot of those San Antonio guards because Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball are out as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to look for. Just guys that are filling in spots, getting those minutes that maybe other people don't. But yeah, I mean, Brooklyn, it's like who's going to get the usage? Who they're going to rely on the score tonight? Now, I'm not saying they're going to rely on Drummond, but I mean, I think Patty Mills is in a pretty good spot today. Maybe Cameron Thomas, but yeah, I think maybe getting sneaky with Drummond here is a way to go. But yeah, just kind of looking around. We'll get to some bets at the end of the show, but yeah, I kind of like. I think I kind of like the Pistons here a little bit. As we mentioned, Washington's been struggling. I think the Pistons, if they do get Cade back tonight, as you mentioned, he is not on the report. I think Cade's the guy that stirs the Piston drink here. I think when he's on the floor, they seem to be more in sync. They seem to be more in tune with each other. Seems like more of a free flowing type offense. Nothing that's really, trying to be forced. So I kind of
Yeah,
like it. I wish they had a better shooter. Easy. That's one thing I really wish they would have traded for.
yeah.
Was a guy that could just pop it in from 3-point land because I think that would help them out. At least stretch the floor a little bit.
No, I agree. I think that's how Cade plays too. Is like he'll find the guy's best shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we needed. We needed a big man and we needed a shooter. And it sounds like we're gonna get that shooter in the draft coming up. But no, I'm liking the Pistons a little bit tonight. I might even throw them in my best bets.
Yeah. That's the thing. In the NBA, more so than in some other sports, maybe a little bit of baseball. It's like when these bad teams are bad, they're just bad, and they're just
Yeah,
getting run out of the gym in some of these spots. I mean, we've been seeing here recently, it doesn't seem like the NBA is too worried about the old so-called mercy rule. Man, they've been just rolling it up on some teams here recently. I
especially
mean,
against
every
us.
night I see these, huge, crazy margins of victory. It's kind of nuts, but usually you didn't see that. But yep, we got them 9 games, 7 o'clock. But as always, be sure you are listening and keep your ear to the ground if you're going to play some NBA DFS. I'm going to mix it up in there tonight. We do have some hockey tonight. I do want to go through this Red Wing game though. The Red Wings here tonight. They had a pretty good game the other day on Saturday. Easy. I was telling everybody to bet on the Red Wings. We talked about the puck line at minus a goal and a half, and I said, man, there's nothing more exciting when you're winning by a goal and the other team's empty net is open and you see the puck going all the way down the net and you know you're going to win your bet. That's really exciting,
Yeah,
and that's pretty much literally what happened on Saturday in the Wings game. We basically called it that they're going to win on an empty net and cover the spread. The good thing was it ended on 6, which we also called the over in that game, and then they left the net open for another minute and some where we could have got another goal, which would have put it over. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. When that empty net's open and you got a bet and you know there's no goalie down there and that goal is your money, like that's usually pretty exciting. But yeah, just looking
plus
at this Red Wing
everyone's
here, just
darling. Cider had a
oh,
goal
oh,
on Saturday too. Snipe,
that kid's
some
something
sniper
else,
action.
man. That
Yeah,
kid is something else. He's already at the top in the Red Wings list for points as a rookie defenseman. But I mean, if you just watch him, his ice presence, it's just his what he sees like behind his head, and his just it's just his natural ability is just his way of seeing the ice is incredible. I mean, I he just
yeah.
and the way he skates for such a big dude. I mean, that dude's
That's
huge
what
and
I
he's
was gonna
fast.
say. He's so graceful for such a big human being.
And think about it. Wait till that dude fills out easy. That he's still a
Yeah,
baby. I mean, when that dude fills out, man, the NHL better watch out, man, because I'm telling
I'm
you what,
excited.
I wouldn't want that dude trucking behind me and my ass next to the glass because he'd put a smashing on you. Like that might hurt. That might leave a mark. But I mean, he's already up, made himself to the power play. I mean, the kid is just great with the puck. I just really like him. And now, once he gets even more experience, man, this kid's just going to get better and better. And we know the Red Wings
Oh
got
yeah.
the goat upstairs, Nick Lidstrom, going to slap on some skates, I'm sure, in practice and probably help the kid out a little bit. But yeah, Mo Sider, man, I think the Red
Would
Wings.
you would you put any money on the Calder Cup for Mo Sider,
Mm, uh, you know,
the Rookie of the Year?
I mean, I got money on Raymond at this point. Raymond is pretty high up is in the overall scoring race for the rookies. I
I think
mean,
he's a
I think
two or
Raymond
something.
needs to have a pretty good month to really to get that award. I think Mo Sider is a guy that's starting to get some attention. Yes, because
Hmm.
he's starting to get some love on ESPN. And he's starting to get noticed, and he's making a name for himself. So I think at this point, easy as far as to put an analogy of a horse race, I think he's way behind. But damn, I think he's running quick here up the rail. He may pass everybody, but I'm not sure he's there yet. But he's got a
Yeah.
shot. I mean, throw some money on him. I mean, it's not a bad bet. I mean, the kid is something else. I mean, he's already becoming noticed, which is what's good. So we still have almost a little half a way to go. So hey, if he can stay healthy and get along the way, but I think Raymond can get in there too. He caught he slowed down a little bit here these last 4 or 5 weeks, but hopefully he can pick back up and we'll see if he can get his name back in there. But you just look at this matchup tonight. Over under 6, Minnesota minus 230 here. The Red Wings are 6-4 in the last 10 in the overs. So I was kind of looking a little bit at that, but the Red Wings here in their last few games have been up and down a little bit. But other than these Philly, they did beat Philly 4-2. They beat them 6-3. But then you saw them lose to LA 5-3. They lost to Toronto 7-4. They did beat Anaheim 2-1, but got whooped by Chicago 8-5. So there's been a lot of goals being scored here. Easy, I think that's why we were looking at that over on Saturday in this game. So I do like that. The over also is 11-2 the last 13 games when the Wild have been playing on 1 day's rest. So I like to look at how many days rest they have, see if we can find any tendency. So I think that is one I like too. The Wild are also 7-1 overall in their last 8 games, but looking at some trends against each other. The Red Wings are 1-4 their last 5 meetings in Minnesota. They're 1-4 in their last 5 meetings overall, and the home team is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings here. But yeah, Grimes got the start. The Grice got the start the other night against Philadelphia. I'm
Philly.
gonna assume that we're gonna see Alex here tonight. But yeah, Red Wings. I think they got their work cut out for them going into Minnesota tonight. But I do like the over in this game tonight. And two, if you look, sometimes easy. You look at the first period, you can bet on over a 1.5 goals, so where they get 2 goals. Or sometimes you can bet on over a goal. Actually, I'll try to see if I can find that now. But sometimes I like taking those first period lines because you can get a pretty good line. Let's see here, first
Yeah,
period result. Yeah, Red
I
Wings
like
to
the
win the first period plus 280. The Wild are plus 112 to win the first period. But you look at the over under goals,
those are good odds.
over yeah, over a goal, at least one goal to be scored in the first period, you got a minus 140. So I don't generally like to bet on stuff that's minus 140, but I just feel in this game there's going to be a goal scored in the first period. So
Hmm.
why not? Throw that in, maybe a
Yeah,
parlay you like with some other stuff. But I think there's going to be some goals scored here today. But maybe that, first period, something that we can look at. You can look at guys who possibly can score some goals here tonight. Obviously, we'll look at Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi to score a goal tonight is plus 198. So if you want to bet on Tyler Bertuzzi to score a goal, you almost get 2-1 on your money. Our boy Dylan Larkin now is plus 194, easy to
these
score a
I
goal.
didn't
Now
know
you
these
got to
odds
bet.
were like this good on
Yeah, now
hockey.
you got to bet. It's not that if he don't score, you lose, obviously, but
Yeah,
over a half a goal basically is what it is plus 94 for our boy Dylan Larkin. If you want to look at Lucas Raymond, he's plus 320 to score a goal. And Robbie Fabry's been a guy too that's been playing pretty well. He's plus 310 to score a goal here. So yeah, I mean, just kind of some different things you can look at. If you look at the app there, right under the Red Wings in Minnesota, it'll say in blue, like first period player goals, player points, player assists, stuff like that. Just click on that, and it'll
yeah.
give you a whole rundown that pertains to that certain topic. But yeah,
I'm looking
I
at
like the
Bertuzzi's last
over
five.
here in the Red Wings.
Bertuzzi's got 3 goals in the last 5 games.
Yeah, I mean you're
Yeah.
looking at 2-1 on your money plus 198 if he scores a goal. So I don't mind that at all. I mean that's a lot of fun. I mean you get to I mean you're right. Bertuzzi just seems like he's in the right place at the right time. They keep calling him the Guelph line,
Always, dude.
and
Yeah,
yeah, they're always putting
even
the
when they're
puck
in
in the net.
Philly, even
They've
when
been
they're
the
in Philly,
hottest
it was
line.
like, yeah. Larkin like shot one his way and it went in, but it was almost an accident. Like it didn't even look like it was on purpose. But I mean, Bertuzzi got credited for the goal. It's like I might take that. You see me smiling when you gave me those odds. That's when I started cracking a smile. I was like, oh, I know what, I might put a little something on Bertuzzi.
Yeah, that's the thing with sports betting nowadays. Instead of me just betting on the Red Wings, you're betting over under. I mean, you can find some other stuff. I mean, to get 2-1 on a guy to score a goal who's been hot, I mean, that's just another way
Yeah.
of betting on the game. I mean, it's just, you throw $50, $100, $5, $2, whatever you want. I mean, you're getting double your money if it ends up working out for you. And then if you want, you can always protect it and maybe bet on something along the way that's at even money. If you wanted to bet the
Hmm.
over in the game, you could do that over 6, and maybe they get over 6, they don't score, but if he scores a goal, now you just won 3 times your money. But yeah, so just different ways at looking at some of the betting, which makes it a lot of fun, especially if that's one of your favorite players. My buddy always tells me that he'll sit down and he'll visit his mom, and his mom always watches the Red Wings, the Tigers, the Pistons. She watches all the sports. She's an 80-some-year-old lady, and he always
Hmm.
sits down and she plays like the pick the stick and against the guys on the show, and she keeps track. Like she knows, like she picks certain players. And I was telling my buddy, I'm like, I know your mom won't probably sports bet, but think how much fun she'd have if she could just pick something like that and watch a game. Like
How
she's going to the
how
bingo
awesome would it
hall
be
and
to get her
wasting
on
her
the
money
show?
anyway. Yeah, right, no doubt. But yeah, I mean, all sorts of different ways. My mom's my mom's husband, he's in big into golf, and I've always told him like, dude, you need to start betting a little bit of this golf here. I mean, he'd be telling me stuff that I mean I wouldn't even. I mean, I'm around a lot of guys that are playing a lot of PGA, DFS here, a lot of stuff, and he's telling me things about this course and this is plays to this guy, and man, this guy here is going to win, and I'm thinking, dude, you need to mix it up a little bit and stop playing them lotto numbers that you don't know anything about. Mix it up a little bit and play some sports instead. But I know it takes all kinds easy.
Yeah,
So
it is what it is.
let before we get running out of here and get to these best bets though here, buddy, what is there anything you want to share with the people? Any words of wisdom you want to give all these D-gens here today on the hangover after the big game today?
Hey, check out the Woodward heavyweights, man. Me and our boy Spence, doing our thing right here in Studio B. We get a little crazy, get a little wild. Spence is always yelling at me. He says, "Oh, you're gonna get this canceled. You're gonna get this canceled." So like, if you if you're like living on the edge a bit, I guess just come checking us out, man. Once a week we'll be pumping him out. He's gone this week though. Our guys in California. I'm gonna try to reach out to TJ Lang because he's a fellow heavyweight and see if he'll come in, sit in this chair next to me or someone. I'm gonna need someone. I'm gonna make them step on the scale first. Make sure they qualify.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm catching up to you guys if I keep eating all the. I mean, this COVID. I was the last couple of years just sitting around in the house and not getting out and doing as much as I'd like to. I need to get on that bike I got. I live by Hines Park, and I used to
Uh-huh.
ride up and down Hines. You'd be surprised at the elevation in some spots, but it's a pretty good workout to get in there. I know riding a bike a couple years ago, I ended up getting down to my skinny weight. I go to put them jeans on now easy, and man, I can't even breathe. I go to push that belly out. I'm gonna pop that button screaming like, please, please, don't do that to me. But either way. But man, I'll tell you, that Studio B is sweet looking. I mean, they added those
It's nice,
jerseys
man.
up there above you, and
Boom.
everything else. I mean, it is just incredible. That is one sweet looking room. That good job to all you guys in there. But yeah, that Gordie Howe jersey's badass. We got a Rip jersey in there. Absolutely looks good. I mean, you got two comfortable chairs to sit in there. I can't wait to get in there and mix it up there myself. But yeah, definitely, you guys check out the heavyweights. I mean, these guys here, I mean, are funny. They're gonna make you laugh. Last week, all I kept hearing the song they were playing. I kept singing it all week, and I'm like, I'm gonna shoot these two here. I mean, damn, I can't get this song out of my head. Like, whew.
I look good
But
today.
yeah, that was it too. But you guys definitely are rocking that out. But let's get here to actually, I want to give a shout out to, we got so excited here, Easy. We got to give a shout out to our sponsors. So the first one is Better Rate Mortgage. So just want to give them a shout out here. We have Better Rate is at Better Rate Mortgage, family is more than blood. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family, actually better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit betterrate.com or call 248-480-4467 today. But easy. Our other sponsor of the show, which we want to give a shout out to, man, they had all kinds of specials. That's the Jars Cannabis Company. Had all kinds of specials that they had for the Super Bowl. Well, that is now done and past. But we also have a new promotion. So Jars Cannabis is celebrating the winter Michigan community with the Jars Rail Jam. This event's on Saturday, February 26th, and will boast a 90-foot course with 3 unique features. You can register to participate in the event at jarscannabis.com/events/jars-rail-jam. And if you aren't into winter sports, just stop by and fire some deals and check out the riders. So it sounds like they're having a lot of fun. Participants can win 1,000 for first, 500 for second, 250 for third place. So sounds like they got some winter events. I haven't seen exactly. Now they got me intrigued. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Now my 50-year-old bones ain't getting out there and ain't gonna be racking my hip or brain on any kind of crazy ice or anything. But man, looks like a lot of fun. But I will say, the Jars Cannabis. I mean, all my experiences with them so far have been absolutely wonderful. They got great product, really nice people over there. So make sure you guys are checking that out. They got delivery and all that other fun stuff. But
And
easy.
actually, shout out to Adriana from Jars Cannabis. That's one of the good people that work there. I know her quite well from my family.
Yeah, I'll
I
tell you
told her I'd
what.
do that, so I had to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, all our friends out there, give them a shout out over there to our sponsors. But I did go in there, and I'll tell you what, when I heard they were going to sponsor the show, of course, hey, I like to meet and greet everybody, say hi. I was, just wanted to introduce myself to them, and I went in there, and they welcomed me with open arms. It was a pretty great experience. I mean, I got to see how, what they had in there. They had a wide variety of different stuff, and I'll be honest. I mean, for the last few years, I think dispensaries have got a bad rap to where everybody thinks they're so expensive. But I can tell you right now, the prices have just have dropped substantially in the last 6 or 9 months. I mean, you'd walk into a dispensary and you'd pay $400, $500 for an ounce if that's what you wanted, or a quarter you're looking at $150,
Oh my
$100. I
God,
mean, it was pretty expensive. And now, I
that's
mean, you can
crazy.
get $150 ounces in some spots, and they were offering edibles and pre-rolls. And I mean, yeah, prices have dropped immensely, which is good for us us participants, if, as you want to say. But easy, we got to get to some best bets here. I think that's what everybody is waiting on. They're like, will
Yes,
you two
sir.
shut up and stop talking about cannabis and get to the best bets? But you got what do you got here today? You got one, two. We don't have to get too crazy here with them today, but do you got any best bets here for the people?
I kind of like the Spurs to upset the Bulls tonight. After going through the injury report and seeing that the Bulls are missing, I mean, they're studs really. You got Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball. They're both out. They got a big man and Patrick Williams out. Alex Caruso, obviously, we know he's out due to that wrist injury from that D bag. Forget his freaking name too. He went to Duke, but nonetheless, I think I'm taking the Spurs in that one. We'll take the upset, and I probably should check the injury report on this one on the under in that Knicks game. The Knicks got really good defense. They're playing Oklahoma City. Most blowouts I feel like usually hit the under, but I'm not quite sure who's in and out of that Knicks lineup. Let me check just real quick. I apologize, Scott. I just want to make sure
No,
before I
you're all
get
right.
people tell people to spend money on them.
No,
They
you're
are
good.
they're missing some people actually. So you know what? My second bet, go with my Pistons. Join me and
I
our
like
fellow
it.
Slappies.
I like it. I mean, Washington's been struggling mightily. They're 1-8-1 in their last 10 against the spread. So obviously they are not getting it done. But I got two of them for tonight here. So one is in the NBA. My first one is going to be these Utah Jazz, given 15. I know that's a lot of points. I don't normally like to do that, but Houston has just been so bad here recently. They're one of the worst
Yeah,
teams defensively of all time. I just think Utah is going to have a little too much here for them. So I will take the Utah Jazz at home minus the 15. And then I have one in college basketball I like, and that is the under 121 in this Virginia and Virginia Tech game. I just think this game is going to be really slow. We've seen both of these teams here in the past here playing some really good defense. The over under went from 121. It's actually down to 119 right now. But yeah, I think I'm going to look at this game here as an under. So they're actually two of the hottest teams, but I just think it's going to be a slow paced game, and they're going to try to get some quality shots and move the ball around here. They're just not going to be running up and down the floor. So I think it's going to be more of a half court game. So I'm going to bank on that, and I am going to take the under in this Virginia Tech game. But all right, easy. That is going to about do it here for us today here on the Woodward Bet Show. You got any words of wisdom for the people before we get out of here today?
I'll tell you what, just go, head over to the Woodward Heavyweights, hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, me and Spence are gonna have to start taking our shirts off, and you guys don't want that. You don't want to get embarrassed in front of your girlfriends. You don't want to lose
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Try and enjoy like a good time with your girl. Like, don't make me, because I'll do it. So subscribe.
Yeah, you know what? You guys hurry up and hit that like button, please, and subscribe. We don't need to see
That too.
Easy
Yes.
rip it off here today. But also want to mention our winner yesterday from our show that we had was Wendy. It was her birthday yesterday, Easy. We picked two of our listeners to pit against each other, one Rams and one Bengal fan. So get a hold of me on Twitter in my messages there, and we'll arrange to get you what you want. We'll either get you a Darren McCarty puck, or we'll get you a Braylon Edwards football, as we promised you. But congratulations,
Awesome.
you went. Happy birthday as well. The Rams pulled it out for you. We didn't say it was against the spread. It was just straight up. We didn't want to get the spread involved, but just want to do a little something. We actually pitted Wendy against old Joey 2 times. We Joey was
Oh
backing the
no.
Bengals. So Joey, a
Sorry,
big
Joey.
listener of all the way everybody in the network. So we appreciate Joey always hanging here with us. But for Sawyer, before on the behind the glass, for Easy, I am Scott. This is going to do it for the Monday edition of the Bet Show. We will be back tomorrow. Appreciate you guys listening, and we'll check you tomorrow.
Oh, wait.
Is it recording?
It's recording.